I've never seen any of the Godzilla movies before, not even one. But I don't know why I had one of the most vivid and real, like the most real feeling dreams I've ever had in my life yesterday about Godzilla. Like the whole story was pivoted towards how Godzilla was going to just demolish the city I was in. The last time I've heard of Godzilla was when Brawl Stars had a collaboration with the new Godzilla movie. So whenever that came out, maybe a year ago, 9 months ago, that was the last time I've seen Godzilla, like the actual thing. And it wasn't the real Godzilla. It wasn't like a big, scary monster. It was just a little chibi character inside the game. I have a lot of ideas in mind. I have a lot of things I want to talk about. But I just can't make any video until I talk about the story, until I talk about my dream. Because if I don't tell it now, I'm just going to forget what happened. And honestly, I want to remember this dream later in my life, like 1 year, 2 years ahead. So the dream just starts off normally. There is not much happening. I was in an apartment. I was actually changing the tiles. The room that I was in, it's similar to my room. If you can see the tiles over there, they are like 50 by 50 centimeter tiles, so half a meter by half a meter, and I was changing that. I was just redecorating, as I'm doing right now. So the dream, I need to tell you this, the dream is inspired by a lot of things that are happening in my life right now, but I don't remember when Godzilla was a part of the things that are happening in my life. But it was weird. Like in my dream, I wasn't just removing the tiles. I was making like an entryway for a river, or like diverting a river in my room. So there was some water just flowing, and whenever I took off a tile, the water would just fill that tile. Like, I think I was dreaming of Minecraft, but I'm not sure. I remember being with my friends too. I don't know when that happened, but I remember my friends being in my dream. Like the first portion of my dream was just me and my friends having fun, talking, eating some brownies. I've started making brownies in real life, so of course I'm dreaming of brownies. And the brownies I made in my dreams are not good. They are not good at all. Like I remember being disgusted by them. I was just chilling with my friends, talking to them, and with time, like time passed, and they just went away, faded. I don't remember them leaving the apartment. Like this is dream logic. A lot of the stuff that I'm about to say is dream logic. It might not make sense in our realm, in the place we live in, but in my dreams it just makes complete sense. Of course, that is the law. That is how things go. My friends just disappeared after an hour or 2 hours of us just sitting around, changing the tiles, and like a loud rumbling, like the ground was rumbling and a loud noise was coming from outside. I look outside, I see a very big green entity. I don't know what it is, but it's like very dark green, and it's just walking slowly. The movements are not slow. It's not walking in slow motion, but it's just walking slowly. Also, the city that I was in and the apartment that I was in was very empty. Imagine you have a super flat world in Minecraft, and you build a city, a small city, like one tower, some houses, some bushes, some shops. That was the place I was at. It was not somewhere real, or maybe it is. I just don't know where that place is, but yeah, it was empty. That's what I'm trying to say. It was just a plot, like a very big 10 by 10 kilometer space that had some buildings and stuff, but other than that, everything around it was just flat. Maybe some trees here and there, but it was just flat. I see this entity getting closer and closer, very slowly, but it is moving. It is getting closer, and I freak out. I don't scream, I don't run. I don't remember saying a word. Like in my dream, I didn't say a single word, but I remember how I felt. I remember how my face looked, how my face contorted. I remember how my face contorted, and I was just horrified. I was very scared. And I remember how I looked. This is what I'm trying to say. I remember how I looked. By then, this entity had gotten like close enough for me to tell what it was. I look at the scales, I look at everything, the bluish scales, the green body, the huge head with fire like coming out of the nostrils, and yeah, I figured it out. It was Godzilla. And I didn't suspect anything. Of course I didn't. I didn't think about it. I didn't say, does Godzilla exist? No, I didn't think of that at all. I just said, oh my god, Godzilla is here. He's going to kill us. Me and my family and everyone here, my friends. But my friends already left. They faded away, as I said. I remember going to the bedroom in the apartment. It was not my bedroom at all. And I've never seen that room ever. Maybe in movies. Because it had that opening with, slightly with opening drawer, not drawer, dressing room, small dressing room in the wall. And I just opened it and hid inside. Like I sucked my gut and my stomach and everything. And I just like hugged the wall. And I was scared. I was scared. Godzilla came close to my apartment or close to the tower I was in, and don't ask me how, but he like stuck his tongue inside of the apartment. Nothing broke down. The walls were great. Nothing happened structurally, but he just stuck his tongue inside of the apartment. Again, dream logic. He just like looked for me with his tongue. He looked for me inside of the apartment with his tongue, going to the kitchen, to the other rooms. And then like the last room he checked was the bedroom, the room I was in. And he stuck his tongue. Like it was, do you know how like a giraffe's tongue looks? It looks like bluish black. It has that color, bluish black. It had the same look and everything. Like it just looked like a giraffe tongue. I know this because I've seen a giraffe tongue recently. It just lingers in my mind. That memory lingers in my mind. What happened was Godzilla just stuck his tongue inside of the room I was in and just looked and looked. Every time he moved his tongue closer, I just felt more heat and more just maybe radiation. Okay, I just didn't feel well. I felt like I was about to die. When he got close to the dressing room, I remember waking up. Like I've been sleeping on the ground, on the floor for the past week, and it's been great. As you can see, I've been having REM sleep, REM cycles. I've been having very vivid dreams, and I've been resting pretty well. It's hard to sleep at first. Getting to the point where you're comfortable enough to sleep, that's the hard part. Sleeping after that and just resting, it's easy. Like I like sleeping on the floor. It's better than sleeping on a mattress for me. I've tried expensive mattresses and I've tried like cheap mattresses, and I've tried like medium mattresses, like the ones from IKEA. They're all just they hurt my back. I don't rest well, and whenever I wake up, I find it very, very hard to just get up and start my day. It's too comfortable. Like whenever I sleep, it's not comfortable, but whenever I wake up, it's very comfortable. I think because my body molds into the mattress. This is not the point. When I wake up, I remember waking up because I looked around, I looked at the walls, I looked at the room I was in, and I just went back to sleep. I shifted like the pillows and stuff, and I went back to sleep. When I got back into my dream, Godzilla was gone. Like no sight of him. His tongue wasn't near me. He just disappeared. I go to the window. I told you, like the apartment I was in, the tower I was in was very big and very like it had windows everywhere. I think the entire walls, the outside walls, were windows. They reinforced glass and stuff. I don't know why, but I wanted, or I thought that the only chance of me surviving was if I got down the tower, down the apartment, jumping outside of the windows. Or not jumping, jumping and sliding outside of the windows. I don't know why I thought that, but it seemed very logical to me at the time. I opened the window, and the windows at the apartment, they were not like just a wall. It was more like wall, then an inside bit like this. It goes a bit inside, then you have a small box of space. Then it goes back into a wall of windows. Then space, wall of windows. So I thought that I could jump each story. I open the window, grab the wall, the glass, and jump to that small space, the in-between parts. And continue doing that until I reached the ground. I started doing that, and I just fell 4 stories, 5 stories down. And I just grabbed a window, and I was stuck there. I was stuck in the in-between space. I was stuck there for maybe 30, 40 minutes. I didn't have my phone or anything in my dream, so I felt the time passing by. It felt maybe like 30, 40 minutes, not more, not less. At that point, I just gave up. Like I told myself, yeah, I'm going to sleep now, inside of my dream. And I hear a noise, like someone speaking from down below. Because I wasn't that high up. I was maybe 5 stories up. But that initial fall, it just broke my spirit. I told myself, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. This is enough. The pain I felt, it was enough. I hear someone speaking from down, like below. It was a very, very big woman, like a giant woman. She was not speaking slowly, like in a slow motion. Same thing with Godzilla. Like they were just big. And when I say big, she was like 20 meters tall. She had normal proportions and everything, but she was just big. Oh, I'm sorry if my microphone quality is inconsistent, but my desk isn't longer with us. It has been transported into a better place now. I'm actually like redecorating my room, as I told you like in the beginning. So I don't have a desk. I'm filming this on a makeshift desk, on a makeshift thing. I might pull up a photo right now. But yeah, I'm sorry about the audio quality. Just bear with me now. The woman is very, very upset. No one is listening to her. She is speaking, she is calling out to a lot of people, to everyone. Everyone is hiding because of Godzilla, because when he came. Everyone is hiding. And she's talking to the people hiding. She starts telling them, I want a Happy Meal. Don't ask me why, but she wanted a Happy Meal. I didn't tell her anything. She just kept telling people, why aren't you listening to me? Why isn't anyone listening to me? I just want a Happy Meal. Can't anyone help me get a Happy Meal? And while she's saying this, I look down at her and I tell her, hey, I can help you. But first you need to help me get down. And because she's 20 meters tall, it was easy. It was super easy. She just did this. Boop, and I walked on top of her hand, and I was transported to the floor. She helped me get back to the floor. And when I got back to the floor, I just got her a Happy Meal from the nearest McDonald's. And I remembered, like, it was not very far. It was actually a cafe inside of the tower, the apartment I was in, apartment complex. I just went inside, got her a Happy Meal, and that was it. I fixed the problem. After I gave her the Happy Meal, she was happy. She told me thank you and everything, and she disappeared. I think that's when I woke up again. I don't really remember, but I remember waking up and the dream had another portion. It was the same dream, but just like a different chapter. For storytelling sakes, let's say I woke up and slept again at that time. When I woke up again, I was on the floor. I was near the apartment. I was just on the ground, and he came back. The big green, like a dark green entity was back. Godzilla was back. But this time he was more terrifying because I can see him up close. I'm not at my house. I'm not at an apartment. I'm not hiding. He is in front of me. He is big, giant. Yeah. I just start running away. I remember like looking at him. Whenever he just turned his head around, I would run to the nearest place I could hide, like an umbrella or a seat, a bench. I would just scoot under, hide until he looked away again, and I would go back into running and hiding. But I eventually found a hiding place. Honestly, it was amazing. It was fantastic. You might ask, why is it fantastic? Why is it great? Because it is very far away from the main buildings. So Godzilla isn't going to crush me. He's just going to walk away. And it is very, like, at the time, it just felt very safe. It was quiet. No one was there. That place was a bush. Like I was like at a trailer area. Like trailers were everywhere. And there was a bush wall where I decided to hide. I like opened the bush wall like this and hid inside, tried to hide myself very neatly, like arranged the leaves and everything. I thought that I was golden. I thought that I was fine, I was good. Godzilla isn't going to kill me now. How wrong I was. Godzilla paused. Like he paused and just looked at the city. He wasn't looking at me, he wasn't looking at anyone, he was just looking at the city. And then he started speaking. When he started speaking, after he said the line, like a very particular line, at that moment I knew I was cooked. I was burned. I was gone. He said this. I even wrote it down so I can actually tell you what he said. Your attempts at hiding from me are futile. I know where all of you are. Little Timmy, I see you and your mother in the bush. I paused. Like, he didn't say my name, but bush? Wait, I'm hiding in a bush. Like, it was cartoonishly good. Like, I looked to my right side, I turned around like this, and I see a little boy and his mother huddled up, like inside of the bush I was at. If Godzilla knows that these guys are here, of course he knows I'm here. Of course he knows that I'm sitting next to them, hiding next to them in the bush. I was cooked. I was cooked. And before I had the chance to like change my hiding location or like go away, run away, Godzilla said my name and said where I was hiding. Double cooked. At that moment, I remember waking up. Like when Godzilla said my name and where I was hiding, he looked directly at me. His eyes, his yellow, like big eyes, they weren't eyes, they were just auras of fire and stuff. Whenever he looked at me, I just woke up. I remember waking up like terrified, my heart pounding. My brother was in my room, my brother was in the room I was sleeping in. This was at like 2 a.m., 2:30. I think he was playing Clash Royale, I'm not sure. I might ask him after this. I remember waking up and seeing my brother just sitting on his bed. I was just like turning around, it was dark, everything. I saw him and I just told him, hey, get me a bottle of water, please. Please, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Like I was very thirsty and I was shooketh. He got me the bottle of water and I drank maybe half of it and I went back into sleeping. I arranged my pillows and stuff because I was sleeping on the ground and I just slept. When I woke up again, Godzilla was near me. Like I was standing next to Godzilla, but this time he wasn't big and huge and just terrifying. He was slightly smaller. He was not small, but maybe like 20 meters tall. Like almost as big as that giant woman. So not even, no, 20 meters is big. Like 6 meters, 7 meters tall. Maybe just a big room size. I was speaking to him now. No, he was speaking to us. He gathered everyone. And I told him, hey, why? I think I know why you're here. I think I know why you're trying to kill all of us. He looks at me and he smiles. Do you know when you talk to a teacher, when you're talking in class with a teacher, and you tell him, hey, I've studied this, I've revised this before I came to school, so I can like tell you, I know what's going to happen. Basically, I know what's going to happen. And he gives me that look. He gives me that look that the teacher gives you. Like, oh, really? Do you know what I'm trying to do? And I tell him, yes, I know what you're trying to do. Yeah, I tell him, yes, I know why you're here. You're here because you are trying to make this city better. You're trying to develop it. Like you've been to countless other dimensions and places, and you've done this. This is me talking. You've done this 1,000 times, and you've always made the cities and places just better and more evolved. And he looks at me and smiles. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Continue. And I tell him, and you're going to give us the chance to either submit to you and do what you say to us, or you're going to kill us and rebuild. And he tells, yes, exactly. I'm going to do that exactly. And he has a very like rumble in his voice, a very deep and rumbling voice. After that happens, nothing really happens with Godzilla. Like that was the last time I saw Godzilla in my dream. After that, it's a really small portion. Like Batman was there. I don't know why, but Batman was there. When I was speaking to Godzilla and telling him, I know why you're here, I looked over and I saw Batman staring at me, like, doing this. That was mostly my dream. Like I left a lot of details out because I don't remember them. But the fascinating part, or the part that I'm just I'm still questioning is why? Why did I dream of Godzilla? Like the last time I've seen him, I told you, 9 months ago, 1 year ago. Why am I dreaming of him now? And very vividly even. Yeah, that was my dream. That was my dream with Godzilla. I don't really have anything else to add. Thank you for watching my video. And also, wait. As a treat for you watching the entire video, I'm going to show you the cat that pissed on my headphones. Like the previous two videos, the headphone saga. I'm going to show you the cat that pissed on my headphones. This is the cat that pissed on my headphones. This guy. Thank you for watching my video. Have a good morning.